Hi, my name is Cara, and I'm really excited to be your instructor for statistics this term. So you can call me Cara or Ms. Lee, whichever you feel more comfortable with. And I'm going to show you just an overview of how to get started in our class, okay? So I'm logged into my PCC, and you can get to D2L either in the upper right, there's a computer icon, or on the left you can scroll down to D2L Brightspace Login. And this takes you to a website called online.pcc.edu. It's good to know this shortcut. If my PCC is ever down, you can still usually get in using this link. Okay, so sometimes that can be helpful. Okay, so you should see whatever classes you're taking right here. And I'm going to click on our class. Yours might look different in a future term, but if it is different, everything that I'm saying will generally be the same. It will still apply to our class. Okay, so, and this is for an online class, so that means there are no class meetings, but help is just an email or Zoom call or phone call away, okay? So here's all my information and how to contact me. You can schedule a time with me right here. So if you would like an in-person meeting, well, on Zoom, you can schedule right here. Or if you want to come to the Southeast campus, you can do that too. And then this term, we're very fortunate to have a mentor working with us named Marina. So Marina is also here to provide help and support for you. So they're a lab assistant and peer mentor. They have a resource document here with all kinds of amazing resources, their email, and you can schedule a time with Marina also. So both of these links take you to our calendars, and you can just schedule right there. Very easy. And there's also some tutoring links right here. Okay, so you are getting started in this welcome announcement. If you're watching this video, you're probably right here because I'm re-recording this video right here. And so there's a welcome one. Right now I'm doing the Module 0 walkthrough, how to get started. Then there's going to be an intro from Marina that's coming soon. And then a Module 1 walkthrough, so that walks you through a typical week. And then a My Open Math, how to get started in the free online homework system. Okay, and same with this. Some of these are older, but everything still applies. Okay. Okay, so let me give you an overview of how the class is set up and then our course intro module. So across the top is our navigation bar, and home takes you back to this course homepage. This house will take you out to all of your courses. So if you want to switch to a different course that you're working on, or this is also a great way to switch. You can pin your current classes and you can switch really quickly there too. I do that a lot. So this is home. We'll take you back to this homepage. Content is probably what you'll use the most. This has all the content for our class. And I meant to start up here at the overview with this welcome message and have a really famous statistician, David Blackwell. So feel free to read more about him. And then on the left, the content just goes down in modules down here. So there's a few intro modules, and then you'll see Module 1, Module 2, Module 3. And those are roughly the weeks of our class. Okay, I'll come back to this. Next is our Desmos lab. And you'll be doing a lab in here each week. And I haven't actually assigned it yet. So I recommend logging in with Google and using your PCC email address. That's what I do, and that way you always have a consistent login, because I've had students log in with multiple emails, and then not all your labs are available in the same account, and that's really challenging. So actually, I take it back. I have assigned these, so let me go ahead and I have to join in my student account. So let me see if I can do that. Oh, I don't know if I can do it right now, so I might have to make a separate video on that. I have to be sure to log in as a student, not an instructor. Okay, but I'll show you how to do that. You're going to get a lot of practice, and it's a really interactive and fun tool. Then next is the MyOpenMath homework. So this is our free online homework system, and there's another video that will show you how to get in there. Okay, then there's a discussion area, and we have a introduce yourself discussion that you'll see all the instructions here. You get to choose an image of yourself or something that represents you or tells us about you, and then a few things to write about, and then you're going to reply to 2 classmates' original threads. And you might have a few more replies if people ask you questions or things like that. Then we also have lab discussions. So this is a place where if you get stuck on the lab, you can take a screenshot and post it here and ask your question, and we can all help you here, okay? These are optional though, so you can use them. Then 2 times during the term, there'll be a private check-in with me, and I use a discussion forum for that. So each person will be in their own group of 1. That's how I make it private. And so you'll see that in Module 3 and again in Module 8. So those are the only required. Discussions are the 3, and then these are optional, but can be super useful. So feel free to use that. Assignments is mostly for uploading because most of your work will be done in MyOpenMath, but here's a place to upload. If you write any work on paper, then you can scan it and upload it here, okay? Same with your student info assignment. Zoom, you can get to our proctored midterm and final here. I'm not sure, honestly, if you can get to a meeting with me here, but probably better to go back to home. If you set up a time with me or Marina, then those will send you a calendar invite with a link. Here's our free online textbook. So I recommend checking out this free book. And even if you like to read books on paper, I would start using it online and see how much you plan to use it. If you like the videos and notes, then you can, those are, excuse me, those are usually sufficient for the class. But if you want to read more, you are welcome to do that here, okay? And you can buy a low-cost copy from the bookstore if you want. Grades is where you can see a list of all your assignments and your grades on each one. And under More, you can see all of your class progress. You can see a class list of students, and there's several help options, accessibility, more D2L help, tutoring. If you do find corrections, just send those right to me because I fix those right away. It'll be faster than going through the help desk. The help desk is really good with helping with any technology issue. So if something's not working on your computer that might be beyond what I can help or what Marina can help with, the student help desk is really good. They're IT support. Okay, great. So that's the whole navigation bar. And then I also want to show you about notifications in case you haven't set up notifications before. Click on your picture or icon by your name, and then click on Notifications. You can use the Pulse app if you want on your phone, or if you want email notifications, then here's a whole list of things you can be notified about. And you can see I have only some things checked, partly because I'm not a student, but they are, you can check just the ones that you're interested in. Some things that I think would be useful are announcements. So when I post a new announcement, you would get a notification. If you post something in a discussion, you can click right there to subscribe to that. Then you'll get notified when someone replies to you. So that could be really useful. But I think that has to be done in the discussion area. If I ever update a content item, let's say I'm correcting something, I can send a note to notify you that something's been updated. So if you want to know about that, if I grade something, you might want to be notified about that. So you can put the grades in there. And also underneath here, it goes a little below my recording window, but you can include your grade value in notifications from grades, which is great. You can also allow future courses to send you notifications. So if you just set this up one time, try it out this term, and then it'll repeat it next term, and also for all your other classes, I think. Okay, great. So let's go back to content, actually. So we are kind of working through the Module 0 kind of general overview, and then Module 0. Let me back up for 1 second. So student resources, this is a generic module for every online class. So if you're new to online classes, you might find some of this interesting. D2L Brightspace, getting help, technology, accessibility. This we will use, and I have several resources around the course about how to scan pages into a PDF and then upload those to D2L. Okay, so if you're feeling really comfortable with all that, you can skip that module. There aren't any assignments in there. Here's where our class starts. And it's really important to do these items by the first Wednesday of the term, because you want to be, our first module also starts on Wednesday. So you want to be ready, you want to be finishing this up and ready to start with the content on Wednesday, okay? You can be dropped from this class by not completing these items, and if I can't reach you. So I will try to reach you first. If you can always let me know if something is going on for you too. Okay, so in our Module 0 here, we have an introduction, learning outcomes, Indigenous land and data sovereignty acknowledgement, instructor information, syllabus, course calendar, information and a survey about virtual proctoring, My Open Math, a mentor survey from Marina, your intro discussion that I mentioned, and a student info assignment. And then there's an optional discussion area, okay, for questions. So let me go through some of these in more detail. Course information, every online class is required to have these learning outcomes and activities for each week, okay? So you can see the goals of each module and then the actual activities of each module, okay? And you can go forward or backward using these arrows at the bottom or top. Next are the outcomes for the entire course. So these are the general course level outcomes, and then the very specific module level outcomes if you want to see exactly what we're going to be learning in statistics. And then you could also go back here to get to this module. Sometimes I like to go back and see where I am in the list. Okay, so next is the land acknowledgement. So I think it is really important to acknowledge the land we're on as tribal land. So you can read through that. And then because it's a statistics class, I've also added data sovereignty to this, because data has become this new global currency, and I want to acknowledge the right of each Native nation and every community to govern the collection, ownership, and application of their own data. Okay, so someone's not collecting data about us and then telling us what we should be doing, okay? Or telling any other community what they should be doing. Okay, it's called Indigenous Data Sovereignty if you're interested in this. I have several links, and then also 7 ways to support Indigenous people. That goes beyond an acknowledgement, okay, because that's also very important. Okay, next is a little information about me. I think I'm actually wearing the same shirt right here, so feel free to read through that. And here's our syllabus. Okay, so I start with you belong here at PCC, because I really believe that I really enjoy working with our PCC student population and with all of the diverse characteristics. So that's why I really love working at PCC. I like working with people who have similarities and differences from me. So I'm always working to deepen my anti-racist teaching practices. And I do have a social justice theme in this class. You'll see some of the data sets are about current issues. And so that can be a bit heavy. And so I want to acknowledge that and also say that my goal for this is empowerment, is to show how to use data for positive change. Okay. So a student said this really well and allowed me to use their quote. They said, "The biggest thing I bring with me today is that who controls the numbers has a big say in what narrative is constructed with them. Knowledge and being able to share that knowledge is power, and I'm inspired to seek meaning in the numbers in ways I haven't before." So that really sums up my philosophy really well. And so that's why I have it right at the top there. And also PCC is a sanctuary college, so you can click there if you'd like to learn more about that. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice. This is the third video I've made today. But it's okay, I'm going to push through. So here's our course information, and then my information, how to contact me, and then Marina's information and how to contact them. Okay, and then I won't go through all this in detail. You still need to read it, but I'm just going to hit the highlights, okay? Please do reach out if you get stuck, okay? I think a big part of college is getting help, and you're not meant to do it alone, okay? And both Marina and I have been there, so we understand, or are there. So please do reach out, and of course, the sooner the better, okay? But even if you feel like, oh, I should have reached out last week, it's still okay to reach out this week, okay? Here's all the instructional materials. So I'll be showing you the course packet in just a minute. You can buy all the pages you need for the whole term from the bookstore, or you can print them yourself, okay? And I've already emailed this to you as well. And I showed you the textbook, and everything else, including the textbook, everything else is free. You can use a free online calculator if you want, or if you have a handheld one, you're welcome to use it. And here's our free online homework system, okay? Just check here, or in our current term, check your own syllabus for the term for this number here for getting into My Open Math. And you'll see that in that video. Okay, so more information about the course. Okay, here I want to show you our weekly pattern, okay? So this first intro module goes from Monday to Wednesday, but also then our module 1 starts on Wednesday. So our modules go from Wednesday to Wednesday, okay? You have the full week to do all the work, so you can really adjust that to fit within your schedule. If you'd rather be done with everything by Sunday night, you can do that. So if you want to go Sunday to Sunday and start the next module Monday, you can do that too, because they're all open ahead of time. So you could be better to be on the early side than the later side, right? But I know things happen, but you can really adjust. You're taking an online class for flexibility. You can really adjust this to meet your schedule, okay? Everything is open early as long as it's ready, and I believe it is all ready. So Wednesday, or your chosen day, you're going to start the module content. You're going to watch the videos and take notes on either the printed notes pages or plain paper, or you could type in the Word docs, or you can take notes electronically on the PDFs. Then you're going to work on the Desmos Lab, the My Open Math homework, and those are due the next Monday, okay? Then a couple more days, we also have a quiz, okay? And those are due the next Wednesday. So it's Wednesday to Wednesday with a kind of 2 spread out deadlines. Monday night for the Desmos Lab and online homework. And I like to do Monday instead of Sunday because you can get more help on Monday. And then the quiz is due Wednesday night, okay? But again, if you want to finish everything by Sunday, you can totally do that. Of course, in the middle, you can attend office hours, get help from me, from Marina, tutoring. each other. You can post questions in the My Open Math forums, which I'll show you in that video, and also D2L discussion area. So there's tons of ways to get help, okay? And the activities are kind of designed to go from lecture all the way up to, demonstration, discussion, practice, and teaching others. So if you are able to respond to forum posts of your classmates, that's like teaching others, and you can really learn a lot that way, because to teach something, you really have to know it. So that's a great way to learn. Of course, Marina and I will also be answering these as well. So we will be there to support you on those online forums. Okay. Here's a bunch more information about the technology and accessibility and AI. And then we have a bunch of information about each type of learning activity or graded element of the class. So there's a success assignment for engaging with Marina. So Marina will be emailing, and they'll have a video as well. So they'll be telling you more about that. And they've been in my Stat 243 and 244 class, so they have quite a bit of experience. And then here's the student info and discussion posts, lecture and notes, the labs, the homework, and the quizzes and the tests. Okay, so that's kind of our progression. So let you read through all that. I will mention, because it's an online class, you might be wondering, how do we take our tests? We do it together on Zoom. So there are 2 required meetings on Zoom, but you can also schedule a makeup in the testing center. So if those times don't work for you, or if you prefer to do your test in person, you can go to campus. So here's the testing center link right here. I'll show you, there's a whole page about this, so I'll show you a little bit more there. Okay, late work and makeup. So I do have a bit of flexibility in the course. Like, I understand you're balancing a lot, especially that's probably why you're taking an online course. So think of it as a few days here and there, okay? If something's due, homework's due Monday, and you're like, hey, I think I can finish the homework and the lab and the quiz by Wednesday, that's great. Just let me know so I know that you're working on it, okay? Or if you get sick, and just reach out and let me know how you're doing and what you need, okay? So it's just meant to be a few days here and there. Of course, all the work has to be done by the end of the term. I don't have any flexibility on when that ends. In My Open Math, you have late passes, and I'll show you more in there, which you can give yourself an automatic extension. So that's really great. Everything else, just email me. You can use the late passes for quizzes too, because those are in the same system. Everything else, just email me and let me know, okay? And I might be reaching out to you if I see something that's not done. Or Marina might as well. So also, if you're sick, don't go to any proctoring location. Just let me know. We have makeup alternatives there. So here's a little bit more notes about flexibility. Definitely reach out right away if you get stuck, because there's a lot of content and it just keeps going. It's a moving train. So the sooner you reach out, the better. And I have kind of a standard grading with points and grading scale, but really it's about the learning. So if you're doing all of the learning activities, you're going to be getting all the points, and generally people who do that do really well in the class. Okay, I think I mentioned we're a sanctuary college, and then PCC also has a non-discrimination statement. If you experience any form of harassment or any form of exclusion in our class, please let me know so I can help with that. And then also we have an Office of Equity and Inclusion. You could contact them there. If it's something in other class, you're welcome to talk to me as well, or I might have to refer you to them in the end. But I'm always happy to listen. Okay, a lot more resources and just information. That we have help with basic needs, food, housing, things like that. Grading guidelines, registration, payment, rights and responsibilities. Academic integrity is very important, that each student is doing their own work. And accessibility. If you're working with the Office of Accessible Ed, I'm happy to work with you, and please do send me your accommodations. I would also be happy if you want to set up a meeting. Just click time on my calendar and we can chat about that. And if you want to get started, if you're thinking about it and want to get started in the process, there's a link right here. Okay, so that was a lot. There's a lot in the syllabus, so please do read through that and just use it as a resource when you have a question throughout the term. Here's our course calendar. So this has our same weekly pattern at the top, okay? So generally Wednesday to Wednesday. First, you're going to watch the videos and take notes. You're going to get any help you need. You're going to have your lab and My Open Math homework due by Monday night, or Tuesday if Monday's a holiday, and then your quiz due by Wednesday night. But again, you can always do it sooner if you want. And then here are the days and times for the options of our tests. Each one has a morning and an evening option. And then here's a link for makeup times if you need that. And then we have our calendar week by week. So here we're in the course information module right here. So here's every element that I'm going through right now. And then you'll see module 1, module 2, module 3. And it's very consistent from week to week. This one is unique, module 0, but then you'll see module 1 lab, My Open Math homework, module 1 quiz. Module 2 lab, My Open Math homework, module 2 quiz. And those check-ins I showed you are in weeks 3 and 8. And then 4 and 5 are a little different because the midterm, and then it gets the same again, and then 10 and 11 a little different for the final. Okay, you're welcome to print that out. Some people like to print that and post it and check things off as they go. You're welcome to do that. Okay, so here's a little bit more. I want to say more about the virtual proctoring in case that's new to you, or you may have done it in Math 105 or another online math class. So there's a student guide to everything about how it works, okay? And there's a Google Doc version and there's a video version. So let me just show you the Google Doc real quick. The student guide, so this shows you everything about how it works, okay? And then this is a video of me kind of reading through the exact same information. So if you prefer to watch it on a video, you can watch here. If you prefer to read it, you can read it in the Google Doc, or you could do both, okay? So that will show you all about how it works. So please do that first. And then check the dates on our course calendar. If those work for you and you want to do the virtual proctoring, that's great. You can just let me know in this survey right here, okay? If you need to schedule an alternate time, like let's say the day and times don't work for you, or you want to do an in-person, or you have accommodations specific to testing, then you're going to make arrangements first. So if you have testing accommodations, you're going to schedule through the AIM system. So there's a link here. And then if you want to take your test on campus or you have a scheduling conflict, you would use this link to schedule. And you can, both of these systems you can just schedule right online. So it's fantastic. Okay, then you're going to fill out this form and tell me when you're going to say either I'm going to take my test with you on Zoom, or these are my alternate times. Okay, so go ahead and schedule. It's just nice to get it out of the way. It's done. It doesn't sneak up on you. You have the time you want. Schedule those and then write it in here. Okay, and let me know if you have any questions, or Marina, if you have any questions about that. Okay, so I'll be checking on that in the probably late first week or early second week of the term. Okay, next is, let me go back to our list. Next is My Open Math. you're going to set up your account and do the orientation. And that is in the separate video coming up. Next is a mentor support survey form from Marina. So this is really important to give Marina some information on how best to support you. So it's a short survey, please do that. And then I already mentioned the introduce yourself discussion, so I won't say that again. And then the instructions are all right there. And then there's a student info assignment. So the difference is the student info assignment is private to me only. So I have some things that you can write about in here. And if there's anything you specifically are concerned about or want to tell me about, this is a good place to do that. Okay, versus the introduction is more of a public introduction to the whole class. Okay, so I won't reply much to the introduce yourself discussions. If at all, I will definitely read them all, and I love seeing the images, but I will reply to each student a detailed reply to your info assignment. Okay, and then there's always an optional discussion area where you can post any question. Okay, so I know it's a lot, but that's it's the intro stuff that you're probably used to in all the classes. That is our first Monday through Wednesday. I'm going to open this early so you can get started early if you want to. Okay, then we have the notes pages. Let me show you what it looks like first, and I've already sent you this PDF by email. So these are all the pages you need for the whole term. Okay, so if you just want to print one time, be done with it, this is all you need. The notes pages are 1 through 97, or 99 if you count this cover page. But I'll scroll down a little bit and show you. These are the pages I'm writing on in the videos. So you can see there's a lot of things printed, a lot of screenshots of technology, a lot of information, a lot of like terms or questions or data, things like that. So it's really important to get these in some form, whether you're going to use the PDF with a tablet, whether you're going to type with the Word docs, or get the pages on paper. Okay, start thinking about how you want to do that. And then I'm going to go back and show you doesn't take me back to quite the right spot, but right up here above this is some more information. You can also buy this packet at the PCC bookstore, or you have a printing allowance of $10 for every term. You could use that $10 allowance and go to a campus and print there. Or Multnomah County libraries are doing free printing still from the pandemic, which is amazing. So you could print, the one thing there is you can only do 100 pages a day. So you could go ahead and print all the notes, and then the reviews are 21 pages. So you could go back and do those later. Those you'll need about week 4, okay? The first part anyway. There's some for the midterm and some for the final. So however you get them, I really recommend hole punching them and putting them in a binder to keep them organized, because it's a lot of pages. They are numbered so you can keep them in order, but I recommend a binder. Okay, a couple more things and then the next video will pick up. So I have class links and data sets here. So these are some, you'll be directed to these in the labs, data sets and then applets that we're using. And then math study skills resources. So especially if you're feeling anxious about math, or maybe haven't studied math for quite a while, you might be interested in some of these. So take a look. It's a whole series of videos and lessons that were made by a PCC math instructor. So they're really great. There's a free online textbook that goes with it, each one, and you're welcome to take a look at any. There's math and test anxiety. There's how to study for an exam strategies. Okay, so yeah, you're welcome to take a look at any of these that you find useful. Totally optional for you. Okay, great. And then module 1. Okay, So I believe that's where the Module 1 walkthrough is going to pick up. One more thing I'll mention that I forgot to say is some of these are set to automatically check off as soon as you go to that page. The things you'll probably just go to one time. But the others, you'll see an open checkbox. And this is the instructor view, but you'll see an open checkbox. That way you can check things off as you go and keep track of what you've done, okay? Okay, well, that is information about how the course is set up, our whole course intro module, and then you're going to pick up next with Marina's video will probably be here, and then you'll have a Module 1 walkthrough there, okay? And then your MyOpenMath walkthrough. Okay, great. Of course, reach out to me and or Marina if you're stuck on anything. We're very happy to help and excited that you're in the class. Okay, we'll see you in the next video.